we are all looking forward, and how, to lockdown restrictions being relaxed over the next couple of weeks. But some business owners are worried the Prime Minister's roadmap is taking too long.
Now, one of those owners is Highclere Castle, which many of you will recognise as Downton Abbey. Lady Carnarvon joins us right now from Highclere, which, like so many of our tourist attractions, is currently closed to visitors. Good morning. Hi there.
Good morning. How lovely to speak to you and see you.
Oh, it's so lovely to see you, Lady Carnarvon. Firstly, just tell us, what has life been like at Highclere Castle in this period? Because obviously at this time, normally, there's at least 1,000 people going through your castle and grounds. Is that right?
Well, we were looking forward to welcoming people at Easter. We had all of our COVID protocols in place again, and we thought it was a treat, effectively a Mother's Day treat or an Easter treat. And there's space, we've got large rooms, one-way systems. So we hoped, like gyms and non-essential shops, museums, large houses, we could all welcome a few people for a day out, for something to smile and be happy about. So that's what we were hoping, and I think the government roadmap took us a little bit by surprise, and it was quite devastating, I think, for many millions of businesses in culture and tourism and leisure. We want to be part of building back better.
Of course, and obviously tourism and culture and leisure is absolutely huge industries in this country. So what's been your reaction to the roadmap out of lockdown? What do you agree with, what do you not agree with?
Well, I think that we all need to be careful. I think, like everybody in this country, what the nurses and the NHS have been through and the tragedies that so many families have suffered, that is really real, and we need to go forward with care and caution, and a pandemic doesn't suddenly end. But I think last summer we did welcome several hundred people here every day, and with all the COVID protocols and space, and the rooms are not completely small, in place, we weren't zapped once saying we had any cases or cause for concern to our knowledge, and everybody was doing the QR test. So we were hoping in a small way to start the propeller of our business, as were museums, other homes, tourism business. It's a big part of Britain is great. So we were hoping for a little bit to start on the way, rather than basically losing nearly 6 months of this year, having lost most of last year.
And Lady Carnarvon, how do you keep everything running when there's nobody there whatsoever? What's happened to your staff? How have you kept everything going?
Oof. It has, but we're the same as many other businesses, Alison. It's been so challenging. You know, we have less staff than we had this time last year. We have been using the furlough system. We're very grateful. We also have people back here working and effectively doing shifts out of furlough, because you can get pretty depressed being on furlough. So we're trying to hold our breath, keep going. I've thought that in April this year we can create some champagne picnic afternoon teas and welcome people here like that. And I thought, I hope some people might like me to take them round the garden and see the daffodils with Muffet the Shetland pony. So I've thought of some small events that we can do within the rules, but it is challenging. And I'm just putting my hand up in class saying, please, could you relay what the evidence is that says it's so dangerous to visit Highclere?
So when it is relaxed, Lady Carnarvon, which I guess we're looking at 17th of May at the moment for you, aren't we? What are your plans? What can you do?
Yes. Well, we have got transfers from March, from April, from last April, from January, from February, from last November, all who we're trying to fit in and have tours. We've got coach companies we're trying to look after, tour operators we're trying to support. So we're all in this fairly challenging transfer situation to try to keep a lot of other businesses going. You know, hospitality employs millions of people too, so it's about trying to get the wheels turning again. So we will be busy every day. We just can't sell lots of new business because we are so grateful to all the customers and guests, the visitors who are going with us. So it's really quite complicated. It makes my head spin.
Yeah, it's a bit upsetting when you know you can do something safely and you've still got to do it at a slow pace. But I can understand, again, why the government are actually doing it. Has there been any moment where you thought, you know what, I want to throw the towel in here?
Alison, that's not in my nature and I don't want to be. And I completely agree doing it slowly and cautiously. Alison, I'm with you all the way. I'm just saying we're not allowed to do anything.
Yeah.
And that is quite devastating. It's not just for us. So, you know, they put us on the front of their campaigns, the stately homes, Windsor Castle, Stonehenge, saying Britain is great. And then we seem to be pushed to one side. And I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to go to the gym or a non-essential shop, but we do have one-way tours. And I'm not sure you always do in non-essential shops. So we need to have space, we need to be careful. And what's more, the vaccination programme is so phenomenal. Half the country is going to be vaccinated by Easter, and I imagine most of our visitors would be too. So in a sense, it's kind of weighing up vaccination. Can't we go out a little bit?
So it's just holding on as long as we have to until the Downton guys come back. And there's going to be filming, well, relatively soon, is there?
Well, you might think so from the other people, members of the cast you've welcomed to your sofa. So I think we're going to have some revolving doors in the next few months, but that should add to the fun. I'm always going to be optimistic. You have to be. And I also wish to counterbalance that with being realistic and cautious.
Yeah, well, listen, best of luck with the future.
Yeah, we so want you to come back. Obviously, I've had the pleasure of walking those grounds. Absolutely loved it there.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah. Lady Carnarvon, thank you so much.
Well, come back again another time, Alison, and all this morning. It'd be lovely to see you.
Definitely will.
Thank you, Lady Carnarvon.
It's time.
You've been everywhere.
I've been everywhere, darling.
Every time we sit down and we have a production meeting, I go,
been here
oh,
for
I
nearly
really
20
like the
years.
look of that. And you go, yeah, I did a shot there a couple of years ago. You went everywhere.
I've been here for 20 years, babes. We've got all the footage. Do you want to
Please
see
tell
me at
me, I
Downton
just said it
Abbey?
right, please
Let's
tell
have a
me
look.
you don't have a clip.
Yes, of course we do. Here we go.
Unbelievable.
There I am, mixing it up. We just click the
Alison,
button.
you look great.
Thank you. I loved it.
Proper
Look
kind
at
of
me.
lady of the manor.
Hopefully it will be open very, very soon. I can go back and mince it up.